So the first question is, define sports management in your viewpoint.
In my viewpoint, sports management is the business side of sports. A lot of people think that sports is just the product on the field, but there's a lot that goes into it. There's the setup, there's the people, the staffing, food, beverage, the game field, the conditions, the equipment, the scoreboard, all those types of things require someone to manage that side of the game. That side of the game. Once the game's actually set in place, it's pretty easy. It runs on itself. But to me, sport management is kind of the business side and the operational side of sports.
So the glue to keep the sports running.
Absolutely.
Right. So sports management was your undergraduate degree, right?
Correct.
So what made you want to go into sports management? Like, out of all the things you could have done, why was it sports management?
Well, I worked with the men's basketball team my freshman and sophomore year here at Grand Valley, and really I always had a passion for sports, but really saw the opportunity and then really opened up my eyes to, what this would be a career I would be really happy in. So that's kind of why I chose to go that path. I wanted to be a high school athletic director originally because my high school AD was such a great guy and such a great mentor that's kind of the path I wanted to go. And then I kind of later came to the realization that I really enjoyed the college environment, which brought me back here to Grand Valley.
Okay, so that leads into my next question. So a person who earns their sports management degree, what career goals can they, research and probably go into after receiving their degree?
You know what I always suggest to people is, one, what environment do you want to be in? You want to be in recreational? Do you want to be in community? Do you want to be in high school athletics, college athletics, pro athletics? I always say, first off, narrow down the environment you want to be in.
Okay.
Two, then start to pinpoint kind of what your passion is as far as within the sports field. What is it you like to do? Do you like the marketing and the promotions? Do you like the game and event operations setup? Do you like college athletics as far as ICA? Okay. Or do you like club sports, intramurals, and recreation? So then narrow those down. Once you figure that kind of out, now you can kind of start to drive yourself in a direction and see the opportunities that each of those areas can provide.
Okay. So with that being said, would you influence or encourage someone to go get their master's degree in sports management or take on a different route so they can have, be, what is it called? A multifaceted, individual.
More marketable?
Yeah, more marketable. Right.
Yes, I would. I think nowadays everyone... the field is very saturated.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you need a master's now to separate yourself, and in fact most varsity athletic openings, job openings, and even student life or campus recreation openings require a master's degree nowadays, or are at least master's preferred. So I think setting yourself apart by getting a master's is a great way, and being a graduate assistant is one way that you can get your master's while having the university typically pay for it.
Okay.
And get professional full-time experience at that same time. So yes, I would suggest that as a route to go.
Okay, so where did you get your master's degree in?
I got my master's degree in education.
Okay.
It was in the College of Student Affairs and Leadership program.
Okay.
Here at Grand Valley. And basically what that is, the easiest way I explain it to people, because student affairs is a profession a lot of people aren't familiar with. Okay. What I explain to people is it's basically university administration. We studied university administration, and then people kind of, understand what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I got my degree in education. So if you're looking at the college environment and you're looking to be in sports administration or sports management master's degree is a good way to go. Mm-hmm. But also to make yourself a little more well-rounded with the university, the Master's of Education with a student affairs emphasis is also a good way to go.
So the degree is called student leadership, or what is the degree like?
It's a Master's of Education.
Oh, Master's of Education.
And the program I was involved in was College of Student Affairs and Leadership.
So something what we would call our emphasis.
Basically,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So where does your role at Grand Valley?
What is my role?
Yes.
I'm the club sports coordinator.
So you just manage all the club sports?
Correct. We have over 50 club sports programs that I oversee. I have over 40 part-time adjunct coaches that I oversee. Our program includes over 1,500 participants. So basically, a lot of people ask, okay, what does he do? It's basically like being the athletic director of all these club sports. I do a lot of the practice scheduling, the game scheduling, athletic training scheduling, some of the game and event operations, management, Facebook, Twitter, the social media, the marketing, the assessment, all those type of things. And that's why I really like it, because I'm able to kind of be more well-rounded as opposed to single-focused.
Okay. So does this field require you to have a sports management degree?
The sport, like a sport management field, does it require you to?
Yes.
No, not necessarily. Business, marketing, advertising, and stuff like that. If you get a degree in one of those things, or even finance and stuff, you can get a degree and you can get a job in the sports field with any of those degrees.
Okay.
I know a guy that was the general manager of the Grand Rapids Rampage at one point, and he got his degree with food services or something like that, and he somehow was in the food business for years and years and years, and then he ended up being the GM for the Grand Rapids Rampage. So basically it's what is your experience, and it's kind of a field where it's who you know, not what you know necessarily.
Okay.
So it's getting it in, so that's why networking is very, very important in this field.
So do you see yourself doing more with sports management, like you've received this position here, so do you see yourself doing more outside of the college, area, or do you want to go to like varsity or what is it called, professional sports?
I kind of like the environment I'm in right now. It's more student development driven than the pro sports or college athletics is more kind of money driven. So I really like the student development side of things when it comes to recreational sports, club sports, intramurals, and the student life environment that I work in here at Grand Valley.
Okay. So is there any advice that you would give future sports management students or people that are in the field now or people who are aspiring to be what you are today?
Get as much experience on your resume as possible. Start right away. Too often people are waiting until their field work and internships. I'd say even if it's umpiring or, trying to get a gig with working with athletics and game and event operations, that part-time job, something like that, that's sports related. Not only is it going to put something on your resume, but it's also going to help you network with those people.
Okay.